Hello everyone, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me JLPD, and today we are checking out SOS by KANGDANIEL. I'm super stoked for this because I queued up the video. I saw the first second of this music video. It's got a gun, and just based even on the cinematography alone, it looks like it might be movie-based. And knowing Daniel's penchant for being obsessed with movie references and movies in general and an artistic appreciation for films, I have a good feeling, also based on the thumbnail, that SOS is going to be right up my alley. With that in mind, I also want to let you guys know, if you want to support the channel, remember you can visit us over on our Patreon. Sorry, I got way too excited about KANGDANIEL. We actually recently found all our files for our lost files. So by the time this video is out on YouTube, we will have fixed our listening party for KANGDANIEL's The Story. That listening party is the last one we've done. The link was broken because of various issues, but it's fixed now. So if you want to come check it out, it's on our Patreon. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily, although I will probably do a listening party for this album, given that it is Daniel and I love all his music and his albums are great. So if you want to check that out with us, come join us. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily if you don't want to. If you want to support us for free, remember to like the video down below and make sure to subscribe down below. Let's get into the video. This is SOS by KANGDANIEL, and this is your form of therapy. Oh. Wow. Impressive. Not just anything, but a speed ramping sequence. It's when you fluctuate between slow motion and ramping it up to fast. Yeah. Ooh! Wow!
어두워지기만 해 점점 조여가는 발걸음 깨진 피켓 사인 위에 적힌 메아리가 돼온 목소리 더 퍼져가 멀리 더 멀리 이제와 멈추기는 일러 타오르고 있는 내 맘속 밤하늘의 불을 비춰줘
Wow. Wow, this is a very ambitious video, even with the camera work. Wow. They're not gonna, oh my God.
아직까지도 길을 잃어 찾고 있어 blueprint to my soul 밤하늘의 불을
I wonder if the coins have anything to do with like the mythology of, wow. Wow, the Mad Max influences. Wow. It is apparent and very well. Wow, it's very well done. Wow.
It's over, yeah. I will break out.
Wow. Wow. And this is why KANGDANIEL is one of my favorite soloists. Oh, wow. I love that. Both the music video and the song, probably the music video a little bit more than the song this time around. Filmmaking is very much more my passion. Writing is much more my passion. Directing is much more my passion. So this music video was way more inside my wheelhouse. The story is pretty engaging and it's kind of epic and also interesting that they reference and draw from Mad Max in terms of the visual look of the music video, given the fact that Mad Max Fury Road, very specifically, I believe it won the Oscar for Best Picture as well. But it's interesting that he draws upon that movie, given that that movie is also a lot about freedom and liberation, albeit done in a slightly different way by Furiosa. He, I think specifically, is like an angel of death, placing 2 coins on a deceased person's eyes. And those coins will carry over into the spirit world where they have to pay a toll to pass the river Styx. I think, if my mythos is correct. But I think he turns on the other angels of death. It's a very action-packed, an actual cinematic adventure. You know, I use the word cinematic a lot on this channel, and that's mainly because, well, movies influence a lot of different products, and like whether it's TV or music videos, the way to make a video look more quote-unquote better is to make it more cinematic. And there's different ways to do it, but then there are ways to actually make it a movie. And a lot of that has to do with the cinematography, the shot choices, and the writing. And this one falls way more under the, even though they never actually take too many breaks to do like the classic dialogue scene, acting, etc. I think that was very smart on KD's part as well. Having no dialogue was, I think, a very smart choice. Shooting the action the way they did, a lot of cinematic camera movement, but also a lot of clean, modern action movement. Specifically, a lot of his action, I feel like, referenced choreography that has been popularized a lot by movies and pop culture. Notably, I think Kingsman, John Wick, a lot of like clean cut action. But I feel like KANGDANIEL made one of the most perfect K-pop music video movies. Like, it's an actual movie. And I'm not saying it just, oh, it's so movie-like. It's the way he approaches it. So let's go ahead and watch it again, and let's break that down. God, I love this guitar. That little pause right there. Okay. So you see the slow motion, and then it returns to quote unquote, it's not regular speed, but it's a little close to regular speed, slightly slower. That move right there, first of all, that's slick. That's so slick. But that's what you call speed ramping. It's basically playing with the time of a clip, going slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast. It was popularized by a movie called 300 back in the day. Yeah. So then a lot of like these grand wide-scaping shots, even like the shots right here, like the aerial bird's eye view, is what really makes this video cinematic. Holy crap. Obviously the beautiful CG sky helps. 점점 조여가는 발걸음 깨진 피켓 사인 위에 적힌 메아리가 돼 목소리 더 퍼져가 멀리 더 멀리. Interesting. So he gave him a bunch of coins, which gave him life. It brought him to life. He was going to kill him, but instead he brought him to life. Wow. That was probably a cut right there.
The blood splatter on the camera is a nice touch.
Damn. I want to check a shot right here. See if they. It's ambitious for a music video, K-pop music video, to attempt a scene like this, shot the way it is too. But hold on, what happened? Yeah, so it starts on the shot of KD pulling his gun. I have to wonder if there's a cut right here. Wow, did they not cut? Wow, that's normally where you throw in a cut. Wow, even that wasn't a cut. Oh, they did. Wow, that's just a slight digital zoom, I think, probably. So you can make the gun impact seem more like it's popping. Like, just basically what they're doing is they're zooming in on KANGDANIEL by like 1 or 2 pixels, which makes the gun, like, it gives you like a slight jolt every time he's shooting the gun. But wow, especially the way they're shooting it. They're missing a lot of his face. They're getting parts of his body. Shooting towards the end, they start shooting his back. Oh God, the gut shot is brutal. So the influence is very Kingsman. It's specifically the first Kingsman movie, the scene, the church scene, very specifically, it seems influenced by. But even the Kingsman church fight scene was not shot in one take. It's not a true one take. It was actually stitched together. There are cuts in that you can spot, but he actually shot this in one take. That's admirable. I would not have faulted him at all for shooting this in broken up sequences. That means the acting choreography, like, he practiced really hard for this. He's not a professional stuntman. Wow, and he goes for that jump too. Hold on. Yeah, okay, you can see the crash pad. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so you can see the crash pad right there. It's blue in the back. So probably the one minor way if I were to give slight critique that they then could have avoided, I guess, showing the crash pad, given that it is the only section where he falls, I would either shoot this, and it's handheld too. It's someone's on a rig. I would either shoot this without the pad in the backdrop. I think this choreo is still possible if you shoot it from the attacker side. If you shoot from behind him and you're facing KANGDANIEL's face, I think you would avoid the pad. Although I guess it would cover the fight more. Interesting. Rather than showing KANGDANIEL's face, they really wanted you to see the shot of KANGDANIEL. Yeah, they really wanted you to see that shot. Even if it meant kind of dropping the fourth wall, they did take a risk. And I will say, unless you're looking out for the crash pad, and unless you know what a crash pad is, most people are just going to see that blue right there and just not even register it. Wow. Wow. I really commend it for that. That's actually a pretty, like, it's a stunt done as safe as they can, but it's still pretty dangerous. He can hit the wall, he could jump out the window. So this is where I really felt like the Grim Reaper thing came into play. Given that he's holding like this lantern and almost like is it death that rose the river Styx? I don't know. Interesting. I think that scene with everyone's souls being sucked out, that's like a past scene. before he decided to run away and kill his old gang. I think that was like his old gang, because they were at the table with him with the Grim Reaper. Man, that's not how guns and cars work, unless he's the craziest shot and is hitting like a gas tank. This is such a very cool, smart, and such a simply executed scene. A lot of this is being covered. They're using strobes, don't have to actually really show a lot of details, a lot of, not as much stunt choreo and fighting, minimal CG. It's like the epic final shootout scene. Another movie reference. There's a lot of movies that do it. I would say the one I go to immediately is probably Equilibrium. It's one that also popularized that effect, kind of like shooting around in like a tornado. Okay, I love that part right there where that guitar is driving. It's culminating to something epic, and then he kills that momentum and just singing with this simple acoustic guitar, just emotional as hell. Na 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 na. He is way higher, but oh, he did not abruptly cut it. I missed it. Wow. If you listen to that, he vocally releases it in like the quickest little way. But hold on. Oh, let me go back. Yeah. They timed that. Yeah. He lets it go, and it goes up as he lets it go. Yeah. And the guitar is going boom. Like it's strumming that first chord on the exact timing as his. Yeah. That is it. I think it makes that release feel so much more fluid and kind of haunting. It's a very haunting, beautiful section. And then you bring the guitars back in. Ah, there's the bow. Interesting. So I assume this is like the world of like the Grim Reapers. That's him in the middle, still on his knees. Let me make sense of this last scene. It's very interesting that in this scene he like explodes and like destroys. I assume he's like I don't know what he's doing. Destroying something. But he sacrifices himself. Maybe. But in Korean, you're not gonna get this in the English lyric, but in English, it says sing louder. In Korean, he says, 목이 터지도록. He's saying, until your throat explodes. It sounds a lot more poetic in Korean. 목이 터지도록. You would just say sing louder. But in a much more artful way, he's saying, until your neck explodes. Until your throat explodes, yell / sing it loudly, SOS, SOS. It sounds super poetic in Korean. But as he's saying, 목이 터지도록, again, it's exploding right on that. The timing of this editing is incredible. Ah, wait a minute. I like this more than Paranoia. Okay. Here's my problem with this song. I'll tell you my biggest problem with this song. I think I might like this more than Upside Down. And that's a problem because before, I prefer a nice soft or classic bright bubblegum pop, you know, to you, SOS. Listen, I love his darker concepts. I love Waves. I love Paranoia. They're fantastic. But I just really like that sound better. There is something, maybe it's an improvement in the musical stylings or the production, or maybe it's just this particular song. Something about that chorus. It I think it's the fact that he has the guitar opening and the guitar break in the bridge. This song has a very, very alt rock influence to it that I really like. That sort of like slow, drawled out chanting. There's something very sad but beautiful in that whole thing. He's kind of singing for help, singing out of desperation, singing because he I don't know, like other people have said SOS in a song, but the way he conceptually, I feel like not just made the lyrics SOS, but also the tone of the song, the feeling of the song of like, damn, he needs help. That's why I'm going to have to say that is KANGDANIEL's best music video ever. Best song? I don't know. We'll see. I do think I like this more than Upside Down, which Upside Down was technically my favorite title track. But on a purely objective level, it's the best music video he's done. Not just the money, not just the CG, but the scale of it and the tone and the energy of it. I mean, KANGDANIEL 2 years ago would not have been able to pull off the music video in this. It might have come off a little bit more, I don't know, like a concept, like a music video. But perhaps it's the way that he's aged and matured as an artist over the past few years that I really buy into this. Like, oh my God, KANGDANIEL should act. KANGDANIEL should... It doesn't feel like a K-pop music video. It doesn't feel like a K-pop idol doing a music video. There, as a filmmaker especially, like you can ask Blair, my assistant / girlfriend, like I cry over any little thing when I watch TV or movies. So when I say that this music video was done in such a way that I truly was moved, that by the time at the end, whether, I don't know if necessarily he sacrificed himself and killed himself, because this ending shot at the end right here, it's a little hard to discern if that's supposed to be him or not in the center. I can't quite tell. But regardless, that pain of, I hate who I am. I hate what I'm about. I hate what I'm doing. I would rather kill myself and get myself out of this situation, stop killing people, stop taking lives, stop serving these people, maybe even destroy them in the process. Even if it means losing my life, I have to do it to be free. Something about that emotional struggle, and maybe keeping the plot points also super simple in this music video for people to keep track of mentally, I think is what makes this such a phenomenal music video. Not just a good or a great music video. I think it's phenomenal. I think it was directed incredibly well too. So 11 out of 10 for the music video. I'm going to give it a solid 10 out of 10 for the song. I will wait. If I'm going to listen to this album, and I will wait and see how I feel about this title track beyond the 10. To say that this might be my favorite KANGDANIEL title track, is that possible? Yes, it's genuinely possible. It's genuinely possible for me to say that this might be my favorite KANGDANIEL title track. It hits all the right notes. That again, switching between doing this alt rock sound but also doing this much more acoustic sound, I think really, really, really worked for them. It has a very an old school, like early 2000s, late 90s rock, alt rock, like that kind of a grunge vibe. Yes, it's grunge. It's very grunge, and I love it. I love it. Wow. Guys, let me know what you thought about SOS, both in the music video and in the song. How does the song stack up compared to KANGDANIEL's previous songs? How did you feel about the music video? Now, I know y'all already thought it was amazing, of course, but what did you think of the story? What did you think of Daniel's acting? That's the one thing I wasn't surprised about. I wasn't surprised that KANGDANIEL was an amazing performer. What I was surprised was just the scale of it. I know Daniel is a hardworking person. I can see it in him. I can hear it in him. Dude works hard. I can tell. But going the extra mile of not just acting, then performing a kind of like a mildly dangerous stunt. Again, not super dangerous, especially for an actual stunt actor. I think he would that jump would be probably more safe. But just given the fact that KANGDANIEL himself is not a stunt actor and he still chose it to do it himself, shot a one-shot take take sequence with. So you have to understand he has to hit everybody right on the timing. All the other actors, they have one job: get killed by him and they're done. Lie on the floor, they're done. He has to coordinate, wrestle with everyone correctly because he has to match the shots. And it's why certain shots you'll see him be out of frame. It's kind of part of the look of the video though. But then he has to then land on the pad correctly. I can't imagine how many takes they had to do that, or how many times he even had to practice to get it in the least amount of takes as possible to even keep it safe for him. I find that very, very commendable, especially just nowadays in the modern landscape with CG and AI and LED screens. You can kind of create everything, and it's like, you know what? Like, we can have an animated sequence, or we can have a stunt actor who comes in and KANGDANIEL does this thing. But I think there is something about classical filmmaking, something about doing it yourself authentically that always rings true. So I was very moved by this music video. Let me know what you guys thought. All right, guys, thank you for tuning into today's reaction to KANGDANIEL's SOS. I appreciate you guys watching. If you want to support the channel directly, remember you can check out our Patreon. I do have the listening party for the story back up. I'm also going to be doing a listening party for this song. Definitely, I'm going to do a listening party for this next month in September. So if you want to check that out, come join us. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily. As I always say, if you want to support us for free, you can like the video down below right here. You can also subscribe. We're going to have a button for you right here. So you can tune in when we upload a new video. And you can check out our other videos over here. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.